Am I live? I don't know if I am. It says I am, but then this shit doesn't. It's not loading up. So let's check out. Check it out over here. Yeah. Alright. Good. Okay. Let's see who jumps in and joins me. Great evening, y'all. Happy Monday, man. Love it. The Great Conjunction. Monday. We're on the 21st of 2012, baby. You feel me? Who understands that? Come on. The 21st, 2012. Wow. This is the year. This is the bang. This is like the Big Bang all over again. That's basically what's happening, right? Because we're in the age of consciousness is evolving, integrating, where you have DNA, inactive DNA, becoming activated, becoming online. Where we have, where you talk about junk DNA mutating. Oh man, it's like, man, don't we all get that? Like, think about this. Why were they calling your junk DNA junk DNA? Why? Why were they fucking doing so much to classify your third eye? Why have they been spraying the skies with chemtrails for the past 25 years? We gotta think about that. Why did they confuse the timelines of 2012, the fake version of 2012, with today? All for a purpose. All for a purpose. Just like what they're just like you see right now how the Great Awakening is happening right before your eyes. A lot of people are starting to spark up. People are starting to be more aware. Consciousness is starting to evolve. The planet is shifting. The old paradigms are ending, and new paradigms are starting to begin. Facts. Not that long ago, I was observing a live video I did back last year and this month. This was actually, I was checking it out. I believe it was Saturday when I was watching it. So I'm not sure what date was Saturday. Let me see. I was checking out that live. Yeah, I talked about some good things. I was bringing up some good facts, especially about, like, I know I was talking about the chips, the RFID chips, the how they're gonna tag people in their foreheads and in their hands and whatnot. And then when I started talking about God and Jesus, I was like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, who the fuck is that guy? But here's the thing, folks, is that, like I've been saying y'all, man, I know who I am. I know why I was here, why I came back here. I know these things. But see, here's the thing. Just because the spirit knows who the spirit is, it doesn't mean that the consciousness is always aware of itself. I wasn't complete conscious and aware of myself. I was still stuck in the new system. Because you put it like this. When I say new, I'm pretty much, hey Tammy, how are you? I'm pretty much talking about that doctrine that was shoved down our throats, down our ancestors' throats. That's that new system. Okay? That was that doctrine that enslaved us and imprisoned us from us coming into ourselves and knowing who we truly fucking are. So when I was talking about God and Jesus, I was like, what the fuck? Who is that guy? Right? Because here's the thing, it's like, I was conscious to a certain level, but the awareness of self wasn't complete. You feel me? So that's because, yes, here's the thing, like I said many times, consciousness is inward, but awareness is upward. I still was climbing on that pyramid to get to the top. So when I talk about that Christian belief system, and that, see, here's the thing, that belief system is new comparing to the ancient ancestors, our ancient gods. A lot of our ancestors are the ancient gods, man. Those that were forgotten, those that were demonized by that Christian religion and that bullshit system to shackle you, to imprison your mind, your body, and your spirit. Again, going back to the Crusades, who crucified our ancestors? People seem to forget that. Go back to your history, not to their story, but go back to your history, and you're gonna see how everything happened and why everything happened. Why did they come after? Why did they come after the indigenous ones? Why did they come after the melanated ones? Because the simple fact that they knew they were powerful. They knew that those were the mutants. They knew how gifted and spiritual they were. They knew their light. So of course they came out with that God, and they forced that God upon our ancestors for a purpose, to disconnect you from your lineage and disconnect you from your connection to mother. Okay? That Bible and that religion, all it did was demonize. Demonize so much. It's sick. But this is not why I came on here to talk about that. I came on here to pretty much to tell you, like me myself, what helped me really go inner and to know more about myself was the COVID. Truly was the COVID, because while people were really afraid of the COVID, I wasn't afraid of it. I understood it. But it helped me go inner, to really, really rediscover more of who I was, to tap into more who I was. And when I started tapping more into who I was, I started listening more. I started listening to the source within myself, speaking to me, guiding me, directing me, and telling me more and more why I was here. And this is the time when we think about the whole thing of 2012. Our ancestors prepared us for this very moment. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people are lost about that. A lot of people don't even know knowledge of self because of the doctrine outside of self. That doctrine that was about imprisonment. Having that sheeple mentality. What do sheep do? What do sheep do? They follow everyone else. They follow the herd. They go right directly into the slaughterhouse. Pretty much is what's been happening over the centuries. Look at all the bloodshed that was done in that name of that God. You see, this is what's crazy, that the Christians, Catholics, and Muslim, they're all the same shit. They're all the same shit, just different label. They all follow the same God. They all follow the same principles. And yet they don't sit there and think about, well, who is this God we follow? They don't ask questions. They just follow. You get what I'm saying? But what do sheep do? Isn't that what we see now? How everybody, not everybody, but how certain people are literally taking vaccines, falling into that storyline with this COVID and all that fear, where people are really becoming empowered by that. A lot of people are being enslaved by that. That's the difference. That's the difference of the coin. You see, like myself, like the whole COVID, when the COVID started, what did I do? I started tapping more into me. I started doing lectures. I started coming out, being the face of what's right, being the face of what it is, and being out there to be showing and directing others of understanding who they are. That was my purpose coming back here. So when you think about the purpose and why we're here today and what's going on right now, is what we, the return ones, came back here for. After all the century, after all the different reincarnations and all the work we put in, you see, here's the thing. What it's really, it's pretty much this is where disconnection comes in. People do not see their history, their pyramids that their ancestors built, like the Calanera, the Aztec calendar, stuff like that. They so disconnected from that. They're so connected with a false idol, a false god, and instead of really connecting with their source, with their blood, with their blood, your DNA. Okay, so it's no coincidence that we're here right now. That we're here right now and we've seen everything for what it is. You see, the veil's been lifted for us for so long now, ever since we came into 2020 or 2012. You see, 2020 was nothing but vision, inner sight, inner knowing. That's why it's called 2020, because what is 2020? Isn't it perfect vision or optic vision? But yet people don't get that. People really are blind with these two eyes. So if they're blind with these two eyes, what do you think is happening up here with the third eye? Especially if they're taught that, especially if they're taught by a false doctrine that is evil. How is it evil? It's part of who you are. It's your imprint of who you are. Just like your DNA is an imprint of who you are. It's your signature of who you are. But yet your DNA that's spiritual and powerful is junk? How is that junk DNA? Or why is it even called junk DNA? All that is for a purpose. So right now we're looking at people really starting to be activated. And that's awesome to know that there's so many people out there right now that are really stepping into their power. Really stepping into their power. You know, it's when you think about, like when I was saying about the inward consciousness, like I said many times, like I've always was conscious, even not knowing that that's what I was conscious. You know, but as of course I was going more deeper into my studies of self, even the books I read. You know, it's funny that I had a person tell me not that long ago that don't trust the books, it's all written by man, but you want to sit there and trust that Bible that's written by man. But see, the books that I read is all about empowerment, not about enslavement. And not only that, it's to help me remember who I am. It's nothing was ever about learning something new. Don't get me wrong, there's some things I've learned. This is why this is a school. The earth is a school. It's always been a school. It's a school to not only to empower yourself, but it's a school of growth, because you grow mentally, physically, and spiritually. And how are you going to do that? How are you going to grow? You grow through the things that make you better, or in this case, the things that want to make you greater. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, this is what this is about. Learning. You see, learning the disconnect. What's up, my beloved? Look at my baby. She finally jumped in the building. So this is the time where it's all about relearning. Or what I want to say is, you relearn to unlearn to learn again. And in my case, it was about remembering and sense of learning again. Again, this is a school of learning. So if we're not learning, are we growing? Are we really living? So yeah, there was a lot of growth that had to take place even within myself within this past year. And it's been great. The things I've been able to accomplish since I truly stepped into my power and really start to realize who I really am, and not follow that system, but stick to the system that I came here for. I came here with, and that's the system of my ancestors. That's the system of who I am, my bloodline, my indigenous roots of who I am. So a lot of people are disconnected from that because of the outside programming, and they forgot who they are, which is why you have a lot of people being sheep. What you have a lot of people following the line and not asking questions and just wait for, oh, the second coming of Jesus is coming. There's not going to be a second coming of Jesus. You are the fucking Christ you're waiting for. Christ is within. Christ is within. There's no Jesus outside of you. If any that Jesus you think that's outside of you is your fucking devil. He's your slave master. He's your slave master. He's always been your slave master. Look what they did look what they did to the indigenous ones. Look what they did. They either took their lands, they took all their lands, they raped their women and their children, they murdered the men, and if they weren't going to become slaves, you get what I'm saying? Look what they did. All in the name of that God. And yet people seem to forget that. How is that forgotten? How is that forgotten? And then they forget about him. Okay? They forget about him. And about all the ancient ones like him. Okay? Master, a creator of magic, of wisdom and knowledge, of empowerment. If anything, he was your Cristo. Reincarnation. You see, Jesus and Christ are two different energies, two different deities. They're not the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do people forget that? How do people really, instead of asking questions and really tapping in? Let me tell you something. What's crazy about Christians that have some type of knowledge? Any knowledge a Christian has because he read it outside that Bible. And then that's when they talk about it and they say, well, I'm Christian, but I'm not religious. The only reason why you have any sense of a spirituality in you because they came out of that Bible. It came away from that Bible. Is why you got a sense of spirituality. It puts it like this, y'all. Spirit is always going to be inside us. Why you think they want people following that religion system? Because you are melanated beings giving your energies to something else outside of you that they feed off. Because they know how much power your spirit has. Especially when you're doing a singing dance. Think about that. Why is that? They eat off that energy. You give that spirit power. Why do you think they shove that religion down your throat? And then you have a lot of these motherfucking Christians banking on that word of God, driving these fancy fucking cars, living a luxury life. It's insane how we have so much of these motherfuckers who are like little Vatican, how rich they are, and yet we have so much poor people, hungry people on this planet. And nobody questions that. You get what I'm saying? But that's the religion people follow. And yet we still have poverty on the earth. Look at how we live it now. You see what's going on around you? You get what I'm saying? Be open to what's happening around you. There's a lot of shit that's popping. Especially me now that we're going into a next quarter of 2012. There's a lot of more shit that's about to be popping off, which is why there's a lot of people right now waking up. Because those are the ones that are gonna change the shit. That's gonna change the direction of what's happening. There was a lot of special going on for today. Like I said, look at the numbers. The numbers are in your face. The synchronicities are right there. You know, we're talking about 33. What is 33? 33 is also Christ consciousness. Why do you think they said that Jesus died at age of 33? You have a 33 vetted brain. Do you not get this? Do you not get the connection? And then when someone comes out and points out to you the fact that your Jesus is the devil, look at his birthday, December 25th. Well, it's astrology that is evil. How is that evil if it's your science? It's who you are. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like we just fall in line and follow a system without really connecting with our own system and fall in line with ourselves. Like I said, what helped me really tap more into me was the COVID. And I'm happy for that fucking COVID because it taught me, it showed me a lot about myself. It improved me. It got me better. It helped me find my queen, man. My beloved. That wasn't a coincidence either, me finding her or really her finding me because of the inner work that we both were doing. We came into alignment. Like I told her earlier, we were both like we couldn't see the conjunction that was happening up there, but I was like, well, wait a minute. Everything that's happening up there is happening in us. If anything, we are the great conjunction. Because put it like this, you have two souls finally merging, coming into one. Two souls that finally found each other and came into to become one. But how did that happen? It's the work. It was the inner work, the healing. It was the healing. It was calling out to source, bring them to us, or bring her to me, have her be present, and it listened, and look what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's all source putting in that work. And it's crazy though, because I've never been in a relationship like this where you have source behind us. For real, you can see it. Like I said, numbers have its own language. Numbers have a language. Numbers talk. And every time we see these numbers, that's the universe telling us use our alignment. These are always together. No matter how far she is or how far I am, we're always together with each other mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's a whole different kind of connection. That is a great conjunction. Because you have two souls merging. As above, so below. As within, so without. And that's what's happening right now. And actually, if anything, that's what's happening to a lot of soulmates, or a lot of soulmates and twin flames that are finally coming together. Because why? Because of the time we're in right now. What is gonna beat this fear program? What is gonna change the shift of the planet? It's love, baby. Love is the higher vibration on this planet, not fear. Why do you think they say it's fear's false evidence appearing real? What is love? Love is evolve. Love is to evolve. Isn't that what's happening right now? We are in a time where people are evolving by connecting to themselves, not nothing outside of them. Anything outside of you is a fucking program to enslave you, not to empower you. How many times I said that the only way to tap out is to tap in. Your inner matrix of self. Which is very important to know knowledge of self. And a lot of people don't have that because of the disconnection of self because of programs outside of them. They forget their teachings. They forget their ancestors. They forget the connection to mother. Love is the center of the earth because it's in you. Your heart is the center of the earth. The highest vibration of anything is love. That's what makes the consciousness to be more aware of itself. That's what helps consciousness to be more evolved, is love. Think about this. Why do you think these controllers or false controllers operate the way they do? Why do you think they operate in fear? Because they're afraid in the fact that the more people come online and they do fall in love or they have that union, that's bringing the heavens to the earth and having that connection to mother. Because anybody can have an open third eye, but they will never have the connection to mother or never have the connection to the heavens, because they'll have that corona blocked. Why you think they're coming after your corona? Why you think they want your crown? You deceased queen and king? Why you think that's happening? Why you think that is? Because they know what it is to have your crown. They know what it is to have an open third eye with hearts, with compassion, and the right direction. They know this shit. They know the science. They know you. So this is the beautiful time where people are merging, coming together, having the experience. See, like I said, I've never had this experience, not in this lifetime, anyhow. But I never had this experience like this, where she's always present, and so I am with her. That's a beautiful feeling to have, man. Like that is real love right there, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't know what it was to love. In some sense, I didn't really know so much of it because I truly didn't understand how to love myself. So of course, if I truly didn't know how to love myself properly, how was I gonna find the right love to gravitate to me the way it should have been, the way it was written, as is? There's no way. So I was gonna keep gravitating to that wrong kind of love, especially if I wasn't mature enough to receive it. I wasn't mature enough to receive it. I see myself how I was last year. Is like, man, like I've grown a lot. I grew a lot, and I'm happy to say that, like, man, I healed so much. Although I'm not completely done. There's still a lot of work. I'm a work in progress, but I can say that I am a work in progress because I know there's still work that needs to be done. But here I am in the flesh, happy than the mother. I know more of who I am, and that helps even more. When you know who you truly are, nothing outside of you can affect you anymore. And that's another thing why they want to keep people in fear, because the more you're in fear, the more you cannot vibrate higher. You can't reach higher consciousness. You can't reach that Christ consciousness. Again, what think about this. Look at the numbers. It's in your face. 33. Okay? You got a 33 vertebrae in your back. That's part of your Kundalini. What is the Kundalini again? The Kundalini is the feminine energy, where people were disconnected from the female energy. That energy that people like to belittle so much, and have these lost queens and these lost goddesses stuck in that fucking beast mentality, not able to increase who they are. They have them so fucking locked up. Why is that? Why do they use women to belittle their feminine self, their feminine energy? It's for a purpose. Because remember, everything comes out the womb. Everything comes out from mother. Or a lot of people forget. Where do you think love come from? Where does love come from? You know what I'm saying? If anything, my beloved, she's my rock. She's my foundation. I'm not her rock, her foundation. She's mine. I can say that because I understand it. But how do I understand any of this? Because I cared enough to take the time and work on me, to find out me. We're in a time where, like I said, consciousness is being more conscious of itself, awareness is starting to be more awareness of itself, and love is starting to be more aware of itself. That's the time we're in. And there's a lot of people changing. There's a lot of changes that are happening, and it's all for a greater purpose. You know, and like I said, the controllers know that. They know what's happening. Why do you think they were trying to stop this? Why do you think they've been spraying the skies for the last 25 years? It's kind of messed up that I wasn't able to see nothing outside because it was cloudy as fuck and all this other shit. But I was like, man, you know what is happening inside of me too? Whatever's happening up there is happening to me. You know, but that's why they do what they do. How they want to keep people in low vibration, how they want to keep people in fear, how they want to do this and do that. It's all for a purpose. Like I said, they're trying to come after your crown. They're trying to make sure that you do not ascend to your Christ consciousness. It has nothing to do with a fucking Jesus. People need to get off that trip. That's a program. When you start studying who that Jesus really is, that's when you're going to be like, damn. You mean I've been praying and giving my energy to this person or that source? If anything, give me proof that Jesus even existed. I could give you proof who I am. I got spiritual receipts. I could tap that in. I could show you that anytime. You dare to show me your Jesus is real. Show me your Jesus exists. Show me your Jesus is real. I can show you my spiritual receipts. And I challenge you if you want to. I put that out there. I'm that cocky. I'm that fucking arrogant. Because I know this. You know what I'm saying? I was sick tired of these Christians and these Catholics and these Muslims with their fucking Jesus is king, that motherfucker. I'm king. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how people really give this energy to something outside of them, man. If the energy's inside you, you give that motherfucker life. You give that motherfucker energy. Not him give you. People really say, well, I pray to God and God made this happen. Because your spirit, bro, or sis, your spirit made that happen. Or your ancestors that you've forgotten made that happen. Nothing outside of you made that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was you that made that happen. This is why we're here now with what's happening right now with this 1221. You know, like I said again, the numbers are in front of you, man. You get what I mean? It's like, how are we not gonna see that? There's the reason why the ancestors set everything up for today. And then today is God's day. Okay? It's his day. The man of the hour. The man of the hour. The man of the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, this is what I'm saying is that people get so disconnected with their ancestors, the ancient ones, the real ones, the ones that put in the work for y'all, the ones that built the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff that happened way before that fucking that before that confusion era. You know, it's like, wow. Yeah, you just like, but I was watching that live I did that other day. I mean, when I was watching that live I did last year, right? And I was like, damn, man, I was still fucking kind of lost, huh? I mean, I did talk about some good stuff about those RF, the chips and all that shit. And look what happened. Like, isn't that what we see now? How they are literally trying to fucking integrate you with what's up, my brother Terry? How are you? You know, it's isn't this sick? How they're literally trying to integrate you with an RFID chip to turn you into an AI. You get what I'm saying? And like, I didn't see the COVID coming. I didn't see that shit coming. But I did know something big was coming. But I didn't think it was gonna be a such thing as a COVID, that virus. But I knew something big was gonna happen. You know, and wow, it's just crazy. Excuse me, I got the little hiccups here and there. Ah, man. So I was like, let me get out here. Let me just, You know, let me talk and piss some people off. It's all good. It's like I said. It's like it's today is the day where I am gonna piss people off. It's in my birthright. That's what I said. It's like, man, we gotta know who we are, man. We see how people are really coming online, and people are really, you know, merging with each other. Merging, man. It's a big merge happening. The big conjunctions, right? What is that? What is conjunction? That's merging. And I could speak on that because it's happening to me. Not only that I merge with myself, but I merge with someone outside of me that's a part of me. Just like she did the same. Merge with someone outside of her that's a part of her. And it's beautiful to say that, man. It really is beautiful to say that. Because this is what we need right now. When people are falling out of love, people are really falling in love, but with that spiritual ingredients to it. With spirit. With spirit. And it's all for a purpose. It's a divine purpose. Like I said, we're coming back, like I said many times, man. How we're coming back for our lands. These are our lands that were stolen from us. We're coming back to take them. We're coming back to take our lands back. We're coming back to build our kingdoms. We're coming back to be in union. We're coming back. We're coming back to really build and bring heaven to the earth. You see, here's the thing, man. People be talk about, oh, heaven this, and do you know that heaven is pretty fucking empty because a lot of people that supposed to be in heaven are down here. Heaven is empty because people are so disconnected from themselves when they don't learn the lessons. They don't learn the lessons. They don't care to find out who they truly are. So therefore, you keep coming back here till you learn. It's the way it works. And of course, people are so disconnected from that because they're not taught that. They're taught something else. They're taught to believe that the 666 is really evil. They're taught to believe that their Jesus is really a savior. They're taught to believe that their God cannot be a jealous God, which he really is very jealous. This is why he got rid of all the ancient ones or demonized them. Like what they did to all the indigenous ones. They're taught to believe that their whole sign of who they are, their astrology is evil. They're taught everything that is evil. Even their third eye is evil. How is that evil? Yes, if their heart is dark, so is the eye. But if the heart is dark and so is the eye, that means they don't have the connection to the heavens and the crown. They're spiritually fucked. It's a big difference. It's a big difference to have an open third eye and really come from your heart to be compassionate, to be in the right direction, and to have the connections to your crown. Why you think I am the seven? I've been telling y'all. See, there's another thing too. Like when they talk about the seven seals, the seven seals bring forth the four horsemen. Okay, think about this. The seven seals are your seven chakras, but one thing they don't tell you is that you have more than seven chakras. If anything, in your third eye alone, you have 72 chakras in your third eye. And guess what those 72 chakras are? They are called your demiones, your demons. And why 72? What makes 72? 72 makes 9. What is 9? 9 is completion. Completing a cycle to be able to have your mind's eye open. And like I said too, the seven seals and your seven chakras. Why do you think they call the four horsemen? What is the four? I'm a four, right? I'm the emperor. I'm born on the April month. I'm born on the fourth month of April. The fourth month of that's April, right? But what is the four? The four are your bottom chakras, your lower chakras, your heart, your solar, your sacral, and your roots. Okay? Your root is considered your Lucifer, your foundation, your beast body. Okay? So what is the Lucifer? Lucifer is a light bringer to bring you up to the light. Remember, you are a light body. You see, the only reason why we were taught that how the devil is evil and Lucifer is all evil because you're taught that by a fucking a bunch of taught that by a bunch of psychopaths that brainwashed everybody with that false religion and that doctrine of that Christian nonsense to try to demonize everything, so you will never find out who you truly are. That's why they created all that like that. But then when you start to find to realize your science, then you start to be free from those shackles. Like I said, what is a 666? I say this all the time when I talk about it. It's just 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Prove me wrong, it's not. Show me proof that it's not true. Your 666 is also your melanin. Also prove me wrong that's not true. You can't. But I could prove you how fake your Jesus is. I could prove you how fucking jealous and how much of a scumbag that false god of yours is. How he's all full of masculinity and doesn't give a fuck about mother or the feminine energy. Period. I could prove you that. Real simple. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're in a time where we have to just break away from all that shit. Because those are the ones that killed all the ancestors. Those are the ones that still do the shit they're doing now. All these wars. All these wars that we've seen. Look at what the Catholic Church has been doing. How you see how they're so much into the occult, the Illuminati, the symbology. They don't even hide it no more. They got people so used to that fucking shit that they don't even question that. They don't even hide it no more. They don't. It's in your face. And people still be like, yeah, mind into the program. Why is that? Because people already been programmed and brainwashed to believe that. And then of course when you get people like me to talk about this, they don't want to hear it. Why don't you want to hear it? Let me tell you why. Because it just fucks with your safety net. Because it gets you uncomfortable. Am I right? Is that why you don't want to hear the truth? Because I make you feel uncomfortable? Is that what it is? Well, that's good because I'm doing my job. It's to make you feel uncomfortable. Because I'm trying to set a spark in you so you can understand who you really are. You're not a sheep. Unless you want to be. And that's your choice. You have a choice. You get what I'm saying? We all have a choice. We have people in line taking vaccines, and there's people that have been dying. There's people that been getting sick. Man, I be dropping a lot of gems on YouTube. I be dropping gems on here. Let me tell you one thing. It's like knowledge is power, man. And that kind of knowledge needs to be shared and viewed because it's a time where we see things for what they are. And there's a lot of shit that's happening that we need to start becoming aware of. Because I'm telling you, things are still going to get ugly before they get better. But the more the consciousness starts becoming more aware of itself, and the more people start stepping into the true power, that game is over. Sooner than later. So of course, we're still at it where there's still a lot of people still disconnected from themselves. And it's a shame that that's happening. It is. It's really sick how you have people that really believe in that God and this and that, but they walk in fear. They have no faith. They fall in line. They out there wearing masks outside, like, oh, I don't want to die, but you want to go to heaven. How does that work? Don't you have to pass on to go to heaven? Or why people are even walking in fear, wearing masks in church? Another thing, wearing masks in church, isn't that a place where you're in church and you're protected? Isn't there like What happened to no weapon against me shall ever prosper? What happened to that? What happened to that right there? But you have people in church taking pictures with masks on. It's like, I still don't understand the whole idea of going to church if your body is the church. Your body is a temple, which is why your body is always being under attack. Think about what they're doing. Think about how they bomb the air with these chemtrails. Think about how they poison the foods. Think about how what they do to the water. Think about what they do to the livestock. How they're eating cancer, and then therefore, if they're eating cancer, you're eating cancer. You know what I'm saying? But why is that? Because they're attacking that temple. They want to attack that temple. You understand that? So like I said, the seven seals are what? Your seven chakras. What are the four horsemen? The four horsemen are your lower chakras. That's where they get all that shit from. It's all science. It's all our science, man. And yet people don't get that. You get what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man. It's mind-boggling. Like, what the fuck? But that's because of all the programs that were fed to us, that really just changed who we truly are. But as you see, there's a lot of people waking up. There's a lot of pretenders that do this spirituality. They think it's trendy. There's nothing trendy about spirituality, man, at all. This is one of the hardest things to ever get involved in. There's a lot of work that gets done. There's a lot of things that happen within yourself. It's just like every level you face a different devil, and a lot of these devils that you face is you. And it's not an easy thing, and it shouldn't be. Here's the thing too. The only reason why it was trendy because of that new age movement. But think about what is the new age. The new age was a infiltration by the dark ones to infiltrate spirituality, to fuck with those that are barely beginning and have no clue what spirituality is. Because most of these people that tap into this journey have no clue what they're doing. So when they start going inner, they start facing these demons outside of them, and it's dumb. Where do they run back to? They run back to that Jesus again. And again, they have no power within self and knowledge of self. They're again disconnected. Which is why these motherfuckers, I give them props on that, because they were smart infiltrating the spirituality movement with that new age nonsense. Because I'll tell you one thing, there's nothing new under the sun for a child of the sun. There's a lot of us that came back here are ancient souls, old souls. It's nothing new for us. This is our DNA. This is in our blood. And like I said, I got the spiritual receipts to prove that. This is why you have infiltration in the spiritual community. This is why a lot of these spiritual folks out there that talk about consciousness and a lot of them right away run to the top of the ladder without dealing with the bottom first, and that's when they get caught up. You gotta start from the bottom, then the way up. What's that song? How's that song goes? I started from the bottom, now I'm on my way up, or some shit. Yeah, I don't know, some shit like that. But you get me. You gotta start from the bottom first before you could get to the top. And I know that personally, what it is to deal with your inner demonish, and to deal with your dark side, and to deal with your shadow. I dealt with that so long when I was out there in those streets, man, where I had some sense of direction, but I was still my inner demon. I didn't give a fuck. I gotta have a motherfucker like this and fucking pull the trigger, and if the gun didn't go off, like, ha, motherfucker, it looks like somebody loves you up there. and be like, yeah, you're lucky son of a bitch. After putting the trigger like twice or three times, that gun not going off. Like, okay, what's next? Fuck it, let me pistol whip. Let me pistol whip him. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit that I was on, man. I know what it is to fucking face my inner demons. I know what it is to be out there in the hood and do some work. I had that in me. And you get a lot of these motherfuckers out here claiming consciousness and spirituality, and a lot of them don't know what it is to be out there dealing with their demons. And when they face it, they run. They run scared because they don't know what it is to face it. I speak my truth. I don't face my shit, and I still face my demons. I made them a part of me. They're a part of me. Shit. If anything, you know, they're always with me. You know what I mean? But I don't feed them what they want. I give them what they need. And what is that? What is that? What is that? What does everybody need? Love, man. Remember, love is the answer to everything. Love is the answer to everything. Where does love come from? Love comes from mother. Where a lot of people forget. I got this look outside of you, man. Mother Earth is beautiful. Like I said, when you if you really just want to look at the earth being evil and ugly, that's what you're gonna find. That's what's gonna represent itself to you. It's evil and ugly. Of course. How are you gonna find beauty and all your mind is just evil? Evil. When again, remember what is evil backwards? Is live. Right? So if you're just thinking that way, of course, that's how you're gonna find. You gotta find beauty. This is why they want to tap. This is why they want to keep you in cold lockdown and keep you in your beast body. Remember, I said this many times. You are part beauty and part beast. Remember, Beauty and the Beast. So when you start awakening who you are, and you start climbing up that 12 steps of life, that journey within, I call it the Jacob's ladder. Why do you think? Why do you think? But this is another thing. Why they said that Jesus and his 12 apostles. Let me give you some quick science on that. Jesus and the 12 apostles is actually also the zodiac signs, and you becoming the 13. Okay. Remember, what is 12? 12 is 3. 3 is what? The union. It's the Holy Trinity of the mother, father, and child. Okay? 3 is also a magical number. You see how they use these numbers? Everything with that story of Jesus was based on numerology and your zodiac signs. Coming from the children of the sun. Coming from our ancient ones. Like the sun god Ra. Why do you think Jesus had a fucking a sun behind him on top of his corona? You see how they demonize that? You have a corona. And what feeds that corona? The sun. Which is why they try to block that sun so much from you. Because that sun feeds you. It feeds your melanin. It feeds your 666 that you're scared of. Am I right? So think about that. All that's outside of you is your science. Your science. If anything, you created that Jesus. He didn't create you. You created him. That's facts. Okay? So, there's a time where we really, seriously, gotta wake up. And you see there's people starting to spark up. There's people really starting to merge into themselves and to find out who they truly are. A lot of people are really pissed off about everything that they were taught was a lie. Everything that I believed in was false. A lot of people are really being disappointed right now of everything that's happening. Remember, everything will be revealed to you if you care to see. Like the say goes, you seek and you shall find. You know and it will appear. Just like what happened with me and my beloved. What happened with me and her? She was seeking, so I was I, and we found each other. We both appeared. How is that? Because of the power of our thoughts coming from where? Our mind's eye and our voice. We speak our truth. By what? Spoken language, manifestation of your throat, and affirmations. Okay? What is the throat? It's the element of sound. Sound. Why do you think they said that God created everything in 7 days? Was it 7 days? Yeah, I think it was 7 days. Spoken language. Again, they took that from us. Our science. You get what I'm saying? This is why they try to keep you blocked from your throat chakra, because they know how powerful your throat chakra is too. How much power just your voice is. Your language. Remember sound. What is sound? Sound is waves. It's waves. Why do you think they don't want love music out there? They want all this corruption of music where you listen to it and it just keeps you in a low vibration. Remember, it's sound. What is it doing to you? Huh? What is it doing to you? So when you start to realize your science more and more, then you start really, like I said, man, you start questioning shit. And that's what one should do, is question things, question everything. A lot of people are so disconnected to that. I just had somebody not that long ago block me over, she was a Christian talking about, oh, sage. I don't know why people sage and do. All you gotta do is believe in God, and I think that's evil. How is that evil? How is saging evil? That's something that our ancestors used to do way before that fucking God. How is that evil? You know? It's like the systems, man. How the systems are, how they can fucking really corrupt your mind and just keep you stuck. Keep you stuck. So it's awesome right now that we are in this time right now, and people are really starting to evolve. People are really starting coming into their power. People are really starting coming into their truth. Because we need that. We need that. We need these warriors to wake up. Put it like this, like I said, yous are the deceased queens and kings. Yous are the savior. It's up to us. It's up to you to really come online, to really know who you are. But what does that take? Awareness of self. Like I said, look at me. Last year I'm over talking about God and Jesus, and here I am talking shit about them because I understand now. I know my way. I'm not on that fucking program no more. I got that shit out of my system. I got rid of that virus. Now I'm the virus to that system. You see that? Did you see what I just did? Now I'm that virus to that system. But what did it take? What did it take for me to do that? To go more inner, to explore more the journey of self, and that's what this is all about. Especially now, this is the beginning of a new dawn, a new age. This is the golden dawn. This is the golden age. This is where consciousness is starting to be more evolved. This is where the minds are going through a metamorphosis. I'm having problems with my internet. This is where consciousness is going to a metamorphosis, and is doing coming to a time where the conscious is evolving, and That's an awesome time. This is an awesome time to be in. Like, honestly, I've this COVID didn't stop me from doing anything. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to get around without a vehicle. But yeah, I got Uber and Lyft. Fuck it, take a walk. But it didn't. It didn't stop me from doing what I have to do. It didn't keep me in fear. I fell in love. Shit. I fucking most of the things I said that I was gonna do, I did. Ain't nothing stop me. If anything, the only thing that can ever stop me from doing anything is me. That's it. And if I did walk away from anything, from any of my businesses, because they don't serve me no more. They don't serve my fucking purpose. I'm tired of putting my energy and my dedication and my time and investing in shit that's not gonna help me fucking to get where I need to get. You know how much money I invested in this shit? So you know how much time and energy I gave into those businesses? And it's not that I didn't work. It didn't work. It's not like I didn't work. I was putting in the work. I was even doing things that others won't even do or even scared to do. When they told me don't do this, I did it anyways. And they're gonna tell me not what. And they're gonna tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the journey because it taught me how to be going into personal development. It taught me how to become an entrepreneur. It taught me how to go ahead and dedicate my time and my energy to something else that I wasn't used to. Like I said many times, I had no business being in business. I made it my business. But I learned a lot from that. Now, from now on, what I'm doing now is working on me and building my own business for myself, not for somebody else. And that's another thing that's going to happen. I got a lot of plans that are going to be popping out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, every time I said something I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make this happen. We all have that power to do that. We all have that power to do that. It's like right now there's a lot of people who are really starting to go more inner, get more creative. They're tapping into that creativity. They're becoming entrepreneurs. They're starting out their own online business, their own home-based business. That's awesome, man. When you hear people really starting their own home-based business built on themselves, not on somebody else's shit, on their own creative art or work. This is the thing, that we came here to work, not to be working a job. What's outside of that job? That's what matters, not that job. Remember, what is job? Job is just so we're broke. That's all that is. You're clocking in for somebody else, giving your energy and time to somebody else outside of you. This is a time where people are really fucking tapping into themselves. Like I said, COVID, man, didn't stop me from anything. If anything, COVID improved me. I'm grateful for COVID, that it helped me grow. It helped me grow. You get what I'm saying? It's like, when I'm doing my lectures and I'm pointing shit out about COVID and this and that, I'm not here to throw fear mongery. I'm here to bring awareness to exactly what to pay attention to and not to be part of that fucking bullshit system. Because it's a program. What do programs do? They install a system inside you. That's what that does. You feel me? So yeah, man, I love the fact that I am where I'm at now. I really do, and I see a lot of changes, and I've been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes. Like I tell you, man, there's a lot of work I do behind the scenes, man, and I love it, man, because I'm in my purpose. I'm in my birthright. This is what I came here to do. I came here to serve. I came here to be of service to others. It's not about me. It's about me helping as many people out there as much as I can, because they help me grow. We help each other grow. We planting seeds back and forth. You get what I'm saying? But where does that start? It all starts with self. Remember, you are important. Yes, I know there's a lot of people that walk this earth that have different purposes. There's some that are going to defend that system. There's some that are going to that are gonna be who they are and stay stuck. That's, I guess that's their purpose. But those that decide to step up and step away, that's a different purpose. You get what I'm saying? We all have different purposes, you know. But then, like I said, look at what's happening outside of you. Look what's happening out there. All this chaos that's been going on. You know what I mean? So yes, you have to have some order. You have to put some order into that chaos. Look at all the darkness that you see out there. You have to shine a light on that darkness. You know, right now there's a time where people are being so separated, so disconnected, and fighting amongst each other over two motherfucking bastards that don't give a fuck about you. And the only reason why these motherfuckers stay in power because they hide behind that government. You know, the only way they ever gonna be out is when people really stop voting and giving that control to them. Remember, you have the power. Why do you think they want you to vote? You get what I'm saying? If you didn't have no power, why would you vote? Why would they want you to vote? If you didn't have the power, why would they want you to vote? Although even though so the vote count doesn't matter, you see it now. You see all the shit that's happening. Those numbers were rigged. They brought out the hammer, like let's bring out the hammer. Let's fuck with the numbers. Bring out the hammer. Let's rig up this. Let's rig it up. They brought out that AI system. Like let's fuck with this program. Let's hammer it. You see it now. There are gonna be a lot of disappointed motherfuckers out there when Trump wins again. And he's gonna take that. He's gonna take that seat. There's gonna be a lot of pissed off motherfuckers. I'm telling you. I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather have Trump in office and go with his storyline than have pedophile Joe Biden and his horror of Babylon in office. Because there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot worse for a lot of people, especially a lot of people that want to fall in line. You know what I'm saying? If anything, like I said, it'll be better if Trump wins, because at least you want to have these piss boys fucking going on a purge. I'd rather have these fucking fake ass BMLs and these Antifa motherfuckers out there burning down the cities than having purges going on happening. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'd rather see. And especially I'd rather have Trump in office then, if we're gonna be playing that storyline, because at least I know that they're gonna be motherfuckers kicking back and FEMA camps. There ain't gonna be people really wearing masks outside. Make it mandatory where you can't even breathe anymore. You get what I'm saying? Shit, I would have to leave this country. Send my beloved down. Let's go, baby. Let's get the fuck out of here. We ain't staying in this motherfucker. Fuck that. We're going off the grid. That's what I would rather have. But see, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about either, to be honest. What really needs to happen is people need to stop voting. The more you stop voting, the more you see. Then the more you're gonna see the change of direction. You're gonna see the more power you can have. You know, like I said, you have the power. You have the power. This is why they use that system. Okay? Because they know these elites know that the only way they can operate is behind the curtain. Behind the curtain. But what's crazy though, they don't even make it private no more. They put themselves out there in the open. People just don't care for it. They want to believe that it's a conspiracy theory. Oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. Oh, that's not real. That's not happening. These old men control everything. They run the world, really? Really, Miguel? They do that? These old guys? Yeah, they do. They've been doing it for a long time. It's in their bloodline. And their bloodline's been fucking running this planet for fucking centuries, man. It's fucking sick. And this is what they're trying to. This is what they hold on to. They know it. Their time is running out. They know it. Why do you think they've been doing so much to try to block the sun and put all this fear out there and all this other shit? Because they know once you're able to spark up and you're able to connect within yourself, they no longer have any control over you. You know, it's insane too that there's a lot of people that I talk to that have a lot of crazy, vivid dreams, man. Again, we're not even dreaming anymore. We're traveling. We are, and we getting a lot of messages in our travels. We're getting a lot of messages from spirit. There's a lot of messages that are coming through for a lot of people what they're seeing. You know, me personally, my own travel, like I'm telling you, I was able to go back into time. I went back all the way to 1970s. I've been able to see myself in another avatar. You know, like damn, I've been able to shapeshift like a full blown fucking wolf. Like damn, you know what I'm saying? It's like like damn, this is real. This is real shit. I seen fucking aliens. I've been able to see fucking I seen UFOs hiding in clouds. I've been able to fly. Well, I've been flying for a very long time. You know, but you know, this last dream, my last travel I had, you know, to fly and shit. Had more control of my flight. You know, a lot of things that I be going in when I travel. Pretty insane, man. Um, you know, this morning I was asleep and I woke up and I see something in front of me, like right on my face, man. And shit, I just started. I got up and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you?" And I started bat bat bat, and I swear to God, man, I swear to myself, my fucking hands were hurting. Whatever that was that I was punching the fuck out of, that motherfucker was steel or some shit because my fingers were hurting like a motherfucker. And that was you know, just whatever that was. I don't know what that was. It woke me out of my sleep and I'm like, what the fuck are you, right? Like my instinct like fuck it up. You know, like fuck it up. So I'm like pat 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 and it disappeared. I was like, what the fuck? And then my hands are like, damn man, what the fuck happened, you know? What was that? I was like, damn, that's some freaky shit, like, you know? But that's what's happening right now. The veil's thin. There's a lot of energies coming in. There's a lot of yeah, and who knows? I mean, I don't know. I just reacted. Maybe it wasn't something evil. It was just me, just you know, on that fucking on the attack mode all the time. You know, like fuck it up. You know. But yeah, man, it's just like pretty trippy shit. Even to have my hands hurt like that, like damn, man. I was like, wow. Going back to sleep. It's like whatever it was, it's gone. If you meant me no harm, I'm sorry. I just say that like if you meant me no harm, I am sorry. I hit you. You know what I'm saying? But don't do that again. You let me know you're gonna come through before you know, and don't be in my motherfucking face either, man, because you're gonna get fucked up. Don't give me my face. You know, it's like having some shit right in front of my face, like while I'm sleeping like this. Like, no, man, I don't follow that shit. Like, don't do that. You know. But yeah, but telling you, people are having a lot of dreams, and a lot of these dreams have a lot of these. I can stop saying dreams. A lot of these travels have a lot of meanings. You know, so it's awesome to know. Like, and any of you that need a dream decipher, I'm pretty fucking good in doing that. How to decipher dreams. Let me know. Any of you that are going through a major shift, a major awakening, and need some guidance, need some help, hit me up. Hit up my messenger. We could talk privately. Um, you know, I'm here. I'm here to help. You know, that's what I came here for. Be of service. You know. So this is what we need. We need some support. We need to support each other. You know, especially in this time where we're at now. Like I said too about my channel, man. Hey man, I got how many friends on my friend list? 800 and something friends, and I only got like 21 subscribers. There's no reason why I have 21 subscribers. All the information I drop on there, all the gems I drop on there. Again, this is not information that's just for me, because if it was just for me, I wouldn't share it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I know what's going on out there. I'll protect myself and my family. Whoever wants to listen, anyhow. But there's no reason why I should have only 21 subscribers. There's no reason for that. I got how many friends? You know? So, yeah, man. The only way that channel is going to get more exposure is, of course, it needs more interaction. And the algorithm needs to work. Like, again, information is knowledge. Knowledge, that's the new weapon as well, is information. Information is out there. How many times I said, hey, do your own research. I would like to see more people doing lectures and putting information out there. You get what I'm saying? I would like to see my friends come on doing a live and drop some fucking science and drop some knowledge. I want to see that. If anything, I encourage that. I want to see that. You get what I'm saying? I want to see more information flowing around like that. Like, come on, man, get into that. Speak your truth. Speak from your heart. Don't let no one stop you, or no one out there thinking that they can control your narrator, or control what to say, or be afraid of they're gonna throw judgment on you. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't give a anybody try to throw judgment at me. Go ahead. I dare you. I'll come at you. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me. I could back my shit up. Believe me, I could back up my own shit. So but yeah, I would like to see that channel to grow. Again, like I said, there's a lot of information I put out there. Even before other people even come out with that information, I've already put it out there. Information that can save your fucking life too, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at that. Look at that last year when I dropped all that science on COVID. How to boost your immune system, what herbs to take, how to beat that and fight that virus, how to kill that virus. If anything, because a lot of people get better, but they still have that virus in them, and therefore they're getting other people sick still, because they never killed that virus. They cured it, but they didn't kill it. Okay? Like I said, man, when I do my stuff, when I do my lectures and I sit there for hours, I'm giving you my energy and my time for a purpose. It's not for me. Because I know this shit. I know this information. If anything, this information, it just ain't mine. It's ours. It's yours. Own it. Own that information. Own it. If you know you can do better than me, then do it. Show me. Show me. Show yourself you can do better. But put it out there. Put out information. It's a must. Because that's what fucks with that rhythm. That's what fucks with that matrix, is information. Knowledge. Okay? Remember, what did Agent Smith tell Neo? Use humans are the virus. Be the fucking virus. Be the virus. Okay? So y'all, I've been out here for about an hour and 18 minutes. Ooh, 18, baby. 1 and 8 is 9. The 1, the Neo. See how that works? See that? 1041. Ah, my beloved showing up on my screen again. Look at that. 41, baby. You're always with me. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get off. I gotta still do some work. So you just have a good night. Again, like I said, you ever need any like someone to talk to about your ascension, your dreams, Oh yeah, I'm gonna start. I want to start doing readings with Oracle and Tarot. I'm gonna do the Oracle first, and then later I'll do the start doing the Tarot. But yes, that's something I want to start doing. So I thinking tomorrow. Tomorrow will be what, Tuesday? Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Yes, definitely tomorrow. So be looking out for that. I want to do let's see what oracles I want to do because I got a few of them and I got a lot of good ones too. A lot of these oracles I have are healing, ancestral work, sacred numbers, light codes, a lot of sacred knowledge, and even the akashic records too. To tap into your akashic records, and also strong messages from the ancestors as well too. So you guys let me know. So tomorrow I'll see what I'm drawn to, what deck, because a lot can happen tomorrow, so I don't want to say, well, I'm going to use this deck and then tomorrow is going to be be a whole different one. So I'll just go with the flow tomorrow and see what's up. So, with that being said, y'all, peace, love, the balance of darkness and light. Let's not forget the darkness, man. Let's stop with that. It's not all about love and light. So always be healthy. Remember, a healthy mind or a healthy body is a healthier mind. Okay? So you have a good night. I love every one of you. Until tomorrow. Tomorrow.